So I just leveled up our living room with the Hisense L9Q, our first ultra short throw laser TV, and the coolest part, the setup stays completely out of sight until I need it. When I first saw the L9Q, it just feels different. It doesn't look like a typical projector, it actually looks like something you would want on display. The copper accents and the clean texture design give it this upscale vibe, almost like a modern piece of furniture. It fits right in with a nice living room setup instead of sticking out. As for size, the L9Q feels premium but not bulky. It measures approximately 24.2 inches wide, 13.6 inches deep, and 6.3 inches tall, making it easy to fit on most media cabinets while still giving you plenty of stability for alignment. Setting up the Hisense L9Q is surprisingly straightforward for a premium ultra short throw projector. Once you unbox it and place it on your media cabinet, the first step is simply positioning it at the right distance from your wall or screen. When watching a movie, this means you get exceptionally deep blacks for a projector and bright highlights, creating a dynamic, detailed image that truly brings 4K Ultra HD content to life. Now, to be fair, an OLED TV is still going to win when it comes to perfect blacks and overall picture quality. But for a projector, especially one this bright, the L9Q looks really impressive. The L9Q is a gorgeous piece of tech, and part of me definitely wants to show it off. But honestly, having it tucked inside the cabinet just feels safer. Plus, it keeps the setup looking super tidy. This is a premium media cabinet from a brand called Shore, sold by NothingProjector, and it's made specifically for ultra short throw setups. This thing shows up in a massive crate, close to 400 pounds, and then there's a second box just for the Motorized Floor Rising Screen. You can actually buy the screen on its own if you want to build your own cabinet or just have it sitting directly on the floor. Now that I got the easy part out of the way, the next step was just getting all three cabinet sections lined up. And the back of this cabinet was designed specifically to accommodate the floor rising screen, so it simply sits in place without needing to be mounted. It's made from solid wood and veneer with this clean semi-matte black finish, and it actually feels really well built. The main reason I went with this cabinet is the whole motorized review experience. With one tap on the remote, the screen rises up and the center section of the cabinet slides forward to review the Hisense L9Q. It's super cool to watch and definitely a conversation starter when people come over. Okay, so here's how it works. The 120-inch screen is its own unit with a simple power cable. Included with the screen is a small USB wireless adapter that pairs with the screen. The wireless adapter and the cabinet's USB cable both plug into a basic USB hub, and that hub connects to the USB port on the back of the L9Q. Once that's set up, everything just works automatically. When I power on the projector, the cabinet and screen sense the signal and turn on by themselves. The screen rises, the cabinet opens, and you're ready to watch. And when I turn off the projector, the screen drops back down and the cabinet closes itself. It's seamless and honestly feels way more high-end than I expected. I really love how clean and minimal the whole setup looks. The front panels uses a mesh design which not only looks good but also helps a lot with airflow. Super important if you're storing other devices inside. I've got a NAS server, an Apple TV, and an 8-port switch in there. And so far, I haven't run into any heat issues. I also added a small metal shelf inside just to keep everything a bit more organized and tidy. Especially if you're planning to run a soundbar like I am. Unlike a regular cabinet, you can't just toss the cables to the back due to the screen. So the workaround that ended up working for me was leaving a small gap between the cabinet and the screen. The motorized screen just rests on top of the cabinet. Nothing actually locks it in place, which is how it's designed. I could probably come up with a custom way to secure it, but honestly, it's been working totally fine as is. And even though there's a little gap, I barely notice it anyway. Well anyways, that's my full experience with the Hisense L9Q and this entire hidden 120-inch setup. It's been a huge upgrade for our living room, and honestly, it's changed the way we watch TV and movies at home. If you have any questions about the L9Q, the cabinet, or the setup, feel free to drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.